An Italian magazine says it plans to publish photographs of the Duchess of Cambridge sunbathing topless in a special issue next week. Yesterday, St James's Palace announced it was suing the publisher of a French magazine, which has already printed the pictures. William and Kate are currently on an official visit to East Asia and the Pacific. Our royal correspondent Peter Hunt is travelling with them.
The royal couple learned about the shocking photos as they ate breakfast just a short time prior to visiting a local mosque. The pictures are said to have been taken at this secluded French estate, where William and Kate spent 4 days on holiday just before the start of this trip to Asia. A palace source tells ABC News that at first the couple simply felt saddened, but as the day wore on, the sadness turned to shock and anger. In a statement just hours ago, St. James's Palace called the invasion of privacy grotesque and totally unjustifiable, and said it was reminiscent of the worst excesses of the press and paparazzi during the life of Diana. It is unthinkable, the statement said, that anyone should take such photographs, let alone publish them.
The magazine's editor called the reaction disproportionate, saying topless women are commonplace on beaches around the world. But Kate is not any woman. She is the wife of the future King of England, and this latest incident evokes painful memories. 15 years ago, William's mother Diana died in France, killed in a car crash while being chased by paparazzi. And today, the palace did not hesitate to draw a parallel, saying this latest incident, quote, is reminiscent of the worst excesses of the press and paparazzi during the life of Diana, Princess of Wales.
After a French celebrity magazine published pictures of Kate Middleton topless. Following the experiences of his late mother, William is highly protective of Kate and is said to be furious that Closer magazine published a 5-page spread of her sunbathing on a balcony with him in the south of France, and many believe that the magazine has gone too far.
In my view, this case illustrates really that the awards of damages that are being handed out, both here and in France, are far too low to deter a newspaper from publishing where they calculate that the commercial gain is going to outweigh any damages that they have to pay out.
Prince William, who particularly is very, very angry. He's very determined to protect the privacy of his wife, the Duchess of Cambridge. He is very, very cross with this. Of course, he lost his mother 15 years ago, and she was being chased by the paparazzi in the same country where these pictures are being published, and that is France. So they are considering legal action over the case, and the irony really here is that very often what is quoted in the British media with either disgust or envy, depending on who you're talking to, is the very strict privacy laws that are in force in France, except that the fines, it is now clear, are not very high. They used to be in the 1990s, I'm told, 100,000 euros, but since really the last 2007, so the last 5 years, they've gone down to about 30,000 euros. So the spin here is that this is actually very easy to get world headlines, which is the view here that Closer is doing. So real anger. And what is interesting, I think, is that it has emerged this afternoon that British newspapers were offered these very same photographs last week, but they turned them down.
I guess so, because given the usual amount of damages which are awarded to the victims of those paparazzi, they are still thinking it's worth taking the risk. But of course, the nature of this matter is definitely exceptional. So maybe there will be a kind of a Kate Middleton precedent likely to be referred to by the future victims. So it might ultimately lead to a change in their habits.